What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. New rappers are hating on Tupac. Is this becoming a trend? The short answer to that is yes. The long answer will be explained throughout this video. I think it's important to first establish why new rappers are talking about Tupac. In some cases, media are asking them questions. Media wants to get that soundbite. That's something that's going to get them to go viral. And so asking about Tupac to an artist like Lil Xan is definitely going to result in something amazing for them, numbers wise. Lil Xan really kicked off 2018's new rapper Tupac Hate by saying that he finds Tupac's music boring. Revolt TV has a series where they ask rappers about clout and on like a scale of 1 to 10. And right off the bat, that sounds like a very controversial thing to do. Because it's going to bring out like those comments that you get from Lil Xan. So everybody's been tripping on social media and it seems to be spreading. So many people have reacted to it. Glasses Malone said that, you know, he's entitled to his own opinion. Waka Flocka tried to ban him from hip-hop. I don't know how well that's going to work, but he definitely put out the tweet saying he's banned. So people have been reacting. And it's been like the subject of social media for over a week now. Yesterday, I was reading an article or an interview on Billboard.com with O3 Greedo, who is one of the most buzzing LA rappers right now. Like, if you had to put your money on who's up next, who's going to be a big name, Greedo is one of those people. So in his interview, he basically commented on the situation as well. And his comments went a step further. He didn't sit here and really try to attack the music aspect of it. I think he wanted to get more at his character. He said Tupac, he's a great actor, and part of his music was acting. He's not a gangster. And I guess that's valid, because Tupac really wasn't a gangster. He was more like on the thug side, and I think there's got to be some differences between being a gangster and being a thug. Overall, though, it was a very, like, shocking thing to hear, because I wasn't really expecting. I was reading the article because I wanted to know more about this guy. It's the first interview that I've ever seen from him, and I wanted to know more about this guy, you know, what is going on with him, how he was able to get on. And then I get this tidbit and it's like, damn, he really went off on Tupac. So that prompted me to really sit down and think about this. Like, why are new rappers going at Tupac? I think he's an easy target. Tupac is dead, so he is not able to come back and speak for himself. He's not able to fire back at people. He's an icon as well. In this day of social media, trolling is at an all-time high. So you take, you know, something that people love, people hold on a high pedestal, and you sit here and you call it boring, or you say, you know, he's not who he says he is. That's going to get people riled up. And that right there gets you like that instant buzz. Because people are going to be like, what is this guy talking about? And then they're going to link to the article. They're all going to read it. It's going to get a lot of hits, but in the long term, it's like, what are the repercussions for that? And sadly, I don't think I see any, because hating on Tupac as a new rapper is not anything that is new. We've had rappers over the years do the same thing. Joey Badass last year said he's better than Tupac. Lil Yachty and Chief Keef at different times have both said that they know less than 5 Tupac records, which really isn't that bad. That's fine. I understand that. Kodak Black said that he's better than Tupac and Biggie. That XXX weirdo also said that he was better than Tupac. And this is all within the span of like the last few years. It's kind of crazy because you can kind of see like the influence in social media in the way that they are looking at Tupac. For years, I've seen people on social media slander Tupac. Like, there is a lot of people that have said, oh, he's overrated, or he's not that good, his catalog is trash. And so I think when you have all those different views going around, eventually you're going to come across them, and it's going to slowly but surely shape how you look at things. I don't know how much music Lil Xan has heard from Tupac. I don't know if Lil Xan understands Tupac's cultural impact. Because if he did, I feel like he wouldn't necessarily say that he's boring. I think Tupac as a whole was the reason for him being iconic. The music is good. And there's some records in his catalog that are classics that will be around forever. But I also look at it like people love Tupac for what he stood for wanting change. Go ahead and YouTube a Tupac interview from the 90s. You can listen to it and there's still going to be quotes that apply to this day and age, unfortunately. Tupac wanted change. And so I look at it like when these new rappers are disrespecting Tupac like that, it leaves like a sour taste in my mouth. Because now I have no desire to listen to Lil Xan or O3 Greedo like that. Like, I'm not really going to go out of the way to check their music. I think it's perfectly fine in most instances if you say, well, I listen to Tupac's music, but it really wasn't for me. However, I understand his impact on hip-hop, and I understand his impact for a lot of lives, and so I can respect that. But rappers aren't saying that because that doesn't really make the headlines. They want that instant hype. They want people to be talking about them, which is really a stupid decision. Because I feel like it alienates people. Like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way now to check out these rappers because they're sitting here disrespecting Tupac for no real reason other than, hey, I can. It's really a stupid move. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, Sermon. Yeah, of course. But I think when you're an artist, it's less fashionable to be so opinionated. You don't come out of here saying, oh yeah, this guy's trash, his music's boring, I'm better than him. Like that right there shows so much ignorance, it shows so much disrespect for no reason at all. Like there's always going to be disrespect in hip hop. We have beefs all the time. But if you're just creating something out of nothing for no real reason other than for a headline, that right there is idiotic to me. In a perfect world, I would love for all these new rappers to say, you know, I've listened to Tupac, I listened to Wu-Tang, I listened to Mobb Deep, NWA, Ice Cube. Like the list goes on of all these legends that you can study from. And I feel like nowadays rappers just don't care about what came before them. They don't. And it really is sad. I'm not sitting here saying you have to be a hip-hop historian, that you have to know everything that ever happened to hip-hop, but I feel like you should at least explore a little bit. Who knows? If a new rapper hasn't heard Wu-Tang Clan, they might really be into it, and then that allows them to dive further into Wu-Tang's albums, and then all the spin-off solo albums, and there's just so much that could happen. But rappers nowadays are just like, you know what, we're in a social media era, nobody can stop me, I'm gonna say what I want, when I want, and it's a very bad attitude to have. And it sucks that a lot of fans nowadays also go along with it. When Lil Xan said the stuff, I've seen a lot of people like back him up. So I guess at the end of the day, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I think if you're coming into hip-hop being disrespectful, not knowing the history, then, you know, you're not going to get that far. I think in the long run, we're going to look back one day on the people that disrespected Tupac and say, like, how much of a career did they really have? I think out of everybody that I've seen that disrespected Tupac, I think Joey Badass is the one that'll probably outlast them all. And that's because, for the most part, Joey Badass keeps his nose down. He doesn't sit here and go and disrespect everybody for a cheap headline. I don't know what the context was for Joey Badass saying that he's better than Tupac, but I mean, it happened. So now I want to hear your thoughts on the situation. Is this becoming a trend? Do you see more new rappers coming out of the woodworks to disrespect Tupac? And what are your thoughts on that in general? Like, is that something that bothers you? Or is it something that you're like, whatever, it's their own opinion? I'm anxious to hear what other people have to say about the matter. So those are my thoughts on the whole new rappers disrespecting Tupac situation. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.